I'm making my way down to the garden right now. Walking fast, faces pass when I'm homebound. Sometimes I'm really good and I get all of my tasks done in a timely manner. Also, you can see my peppy attitude, my smile. It's 50 degrees today, you guys. If this was my whole winter, you will not hear another complaint out of me. But I'm not gonna lie, most of the time, that's just not the case. Most of the time, I say, oh my gosh, I forgot that I had to do that. And then I run and do it. Today's oopsie procrastination is that I really wanted to get my carrots out 2 weeks ago before we got that like polar cold snap. But did I? No. And I'm going down here blind, kind of just crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. But if not, there's no one to blame here but me. Hi, Mercy June. I'm coming down here hoping that I won't be so sad at what I find. Oh, everything is so soggy. But what I'm seeing though, I mean, I haven't pulled any up yet. Oh yeah, we're gonna be fine, you guys. I panicked about nothing. Except that I desperately need a new pitchfork handle. And the ground is kind of still frozen. I need a shovel. This definitely isn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to go find a shovel now. Am I going to find a shovel? That is the question. I've got about 1 hour until the sun goes down, and I am getting all of the carrots out today. Pit stop 1, no shovel. No shovel here either. Haha! I found the shovel. Now let's go try to dig those carrots out of the ground. I'm afraid the carrots are fine, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get them out of the ground. Yeah, that's ice. Okay, Kale to the rescue because he can get the shovel in the ground way farther than I can.
I'm a bit fat.
We have whole carrots. A little background, this row, it's a variety that I got from Johnny's called Mokum. It's a super sweet carrot. And then I have either 1 row or 2 rows of a storage carrot, and it's called Bolero. So those carrots should be way bigger. But I'm happy to see that most of the carrot tops are even still alive, even after we had super cold weather. So that proves how hardy they are, I guess. This is a man with his man legs.
There's never good.
So every winter here in our area, our ground freezes like down to 3 feet. So this has only just begun. Well, good news is tonight's low is 47, a high of 52 tomorrow, and a high of 45 the next day. So the problem that we're facing now is that my rows run east and west. And so the south side of the row is thawed enough to pry them up, and the north side of the row, that's literally only like a foot difference, is like frozen solid, like a brick. And then you just end up breaking way more than you take home. So I think if I wait a day or two, I'll come back tomorrow and see if it's thawed enough to pry them out. And if not, you know what? Lessons learned. But we are getting nice carrots. This is a way that you can look on the bright side if you did this to yourself, you know. All the ones that we can't get out are probably going to overwinter in the ground because the root will store all the sugars that it's produced, and it might die back, but I think in the spring it's going to shoot up because technically carrots are biennials, which means that they do their thing the first year, and then after a freeze and thaw and like a warm period, that's when they'll shoot their flower stalk up, and I'll be able to save all the seeds on here. So if I look on the bright side, I'm gonna have so many seeds for next fall. I'm very quickly running out of light because darn it, that winter sun does not last long enough. But before I end today's video, I was gonna give you a couple ideas of how you can store these carrots if you go to do this on your own, because carrots are a storage crop. They have been for basically ever, and they keep a really long time, and a lot of times you don't even have to do anything fancy. So obviously one of the older methods is to pressure can. You can, because carrots don't have acid and you wouldn't want to acidify them. I mean, I guess you could pickle carrots, but you wouldn't want your whole carrot crop to be pickled. Plus, I just personally don't use that many canned carrots, so I don't want to store them that way. What you can do, however, super simple. This is the easiest method. You snap the greens off the top because they're gonna wilt. You can make like a pesto with the tops, so you could look into that. You can dry and powder them for some extra nutrients, put in smoothies, do whatever. I'm gonna feed them to my animals because I just found out Miss Honey's favorite snack is carrot tops. But you can snap the tops off of your carrots, put them in a plastic bag, tie up said plastic bag, put it in the crisper drawer of your refrigerator, and it will keep for months. Earlier this year, I pulled out carrots that had been in my fridge for at least 3 months, and they were perfectly fine. Now, they did look a little funky, and they had some like root growth, but if you're trying to keep them a very long time, you can also store them in sand. So I'm just going to use this as an example. You would take a bucket, you would put a layer of sand in the bottom of your bucket. And obviously, if I was truly about to store my carrots this way, I would pick a cleaner bucket. But this is just for dramatic effect. So you would put your sand in the bottom of your bucket. All of these methods, you're going to want to leave the dirt on, because this is kind of like the skin of the carrot, and this is the barrier to which it protects the carrot from things entering it. Also, it keeps all the moisture inside of the carrot instead of drying it out. As long as it's kept moist. Now, if you let this carrot sit, the dirt will dry it out. So it needs to have moisture in whatever thing that you're putting it in. So if you had dry sand, you would want to kind of dampen your sand before, but I just picked this up from back at the garden, so it's saturated. You would put your carrots in here in a single layer, making sure they don't touch each other too much, and then you would pour your second layer of sand on top, and you would just keep creating this carrot sand lasagna until you got to the top. You could put your lid on and then put that in a cool place that's not going to freeze, but is not like the temperature of your home. You want it to be cool, like a root cellar or a basement, something of that sort, and these carrots will keep all winter long. Personally, we're going to eat these pretty fast, so I'm just going to throw all of these in a bag inside of my fridge. Now, I will probably get to storing some of them in the sand method once I'm able to dig all of mine out, but take it from me, folks. Stop procrastinating.
Time finds a way to get us back to the start again. To get us back to the start again. To get us back to the start. Life finds a way to bring us back where it all began. To bring us back where it all began. To bring us back where it all began. Life is beautiful.